He's taking off satellite relay on observation, Arn.
What doesn't he want us to see?
He's trying to blind us.
You tried to kill me, you So welcome to the revolution.
You know Casey Ryback?
Chief Ryback? Yes, sir. He's top hand in the teams.
What we want you to do at this point is just continue to feed us on-site intel.
The film opens on rough waters as the massive USS Missouri pushes through the waves. Inside, the crew monitors the controls, keeping the ship steady. Chief Casey Ryback makes his rounds, checking every corner of the ship like he always does. Up in the captain's cabin, Casey is called in. The captain jokes about his missing formal uniform, then waves him off so he can finish preparing for the captain's birthday dinner.
You know, if I had your ribbons, I'd wear them to bed.
Yes, sir.
Casey mentions he has gallons of soup waiting to be cooked, and the captain tells him to go handle it. Commander Krill enters right after Casey leaves, irritated as usual. He questions why the captain puts up with Casey, but the captain simply tells him, let the man do his job. News reports rolled out in the background, announcing that President Bush will soon visit the Missouri before it reaches San Francisco for decommissioning. It's the end of the ship's long, powerful history. Down in the galley, Casey and his kitchen crew laugh and work like any normal day. That night, the Missouri heads out to sea for its final trip. Sailors whisper about Krill's behavior and his obsession with the captain's surprise birthday plans. They joke that a magazine model is involved. Krill, meanwhile, cancels the roving patrol, even though Marines warn him it will weaken supervision over the ship's nuclear weapons. He ignores them. In the kitchen, Marines appear and tell the cooks that food for the birthday party will be flown in by helicopter. Casey refuses, reminding them that he is the captain's cook. When they tell him it's a surprise, he says neither he nor the captain like surprises, but the Marines insist he attend the deck gathering.
Ryback, I don't believe you get it, do you? See, this is a surprise party.
Meanwhile, the captain learns that Krill approved a helicopter landing without authorization. Krill calls it part of the surprise party, so the captain reluctantly signs off on it. When the helicopter nears the ship, Krill storms into the galley, insults Casey and provokes him until Casey strikes him.
Striking
The Marines step in and Krill demands Casey be locked up. Since he can't send him to the brig without the captain's order, he throws Casey in the meat freezer instead. He also warns a young guard, Private Nash, that Casey is dangerous and must be shot if he tries anything. Outside, a helicopter lands with a wave of performers and a band led by William Stranix, along with a model named Jordan Tate. She tries to enjoy the moment, but is nervous about being at sea. Krill welcomes her and takes her inside to prepare for the show. Back in the kitchen, Casey tries to get Nash to listen to him. He senses something is wrong and urges Nash to check with the captain. Nash refuses, following Krill's orders. Jordan takes motion sickness pills and gets ready to perform. The birthday celebration kicks off upstairs while Casey remains trapped in the freezer. Servers begin moving food through the ship. Krill shows up at the captain's cabin wearing a ridiculous party outfit. The guests laugh, and the party becomes louder. Casey still tries to warn Nash, complaining about smoke from pies in the oven, but Nash refuses to budge. Then, everything changes in a split second.
Who is the highest ranking officer in this room?
During the performance, Williams suddenly turns and shoots the operations officer, the ship's third in command. The room erupts into chaos as armed men reveal themselves, taking control of the crowd. Krill enters the captain's cabin and shoots the captain and his guard. Around the ship, sailors are overpowered, dragged away, or killed when they resist. The attackers quickly seal the remaining crew inside a large compartment, leaving only a few scattered survivors. Krill reads the captain's private notes and discovers the captain viewed him as mentally unstable. He mocks the record, unaware his own madness is starting to surface. The hijackers capture the bridge, take the plotting room, and seize full command.
Change your watch, gentlemen! Get your asses down.
William hands a vital disc to his technician, Pitt ordering him to protect it. Below deck, Nash calls the bridge to report the gunfire. Krill answers calmly and lies that the noise was party fireworks. William sends 2 mercenaries to kill Casey and Nash, ignoring Krill's warning that 2 men may not be enough. Moments later, the mercenaries arrive, take Nash's weapon, shoot him, and open the freezer. But Casey explodes out of it. Using the darkness to his advantage, he traps them inside, cuts the power, and hunts them through the shadows. He kills one with a throwing knife and finishes the other quickly, taking their weapons and setting traps throughout the galley. Elsewhere, an F-18 is sent to check on the Missouri, but the hijackers destroy it using the ship's advanced weapons system. Casey wanders through the ship and discovers the captain's body. He quietly covers him with his dress uniform. At headquarters, Admiral Bates learns the Missouri has gone silent. The CIA brings in analyst Tom Breaker, who explains William Stranix is a former operative who went rogue after a canceled mission.
Canceled Operation Cleopatra, and shortly thereafter, two young men from Langley showed up in Miami, tried to cancel me.
Hijackers contact command and threaten to launch nuclear-armed Tomahawk missiles if anyone approaches the ship. Back on board, William orders the first test missile fired. It destroys a satellite relay, and Washington realizes the threat is real. Casey continues moving through the ship and sees hijackers tearing out structural beams to prepare for transferring missiles. While watching them, he reaches the mast deck and finds the scattered bodies of sailors. Music starts and Jordan suddenly appears from a cake, a party performance she never got to do.
Shut the music off.
Casey drags her into a room to hide. She breaks down, trying to understand what happened. Jordan admits she slept through most of the attack. Casey tells her he's just a cook, but she clearly sees he's more than that. Meanwhile, High Command reviews William's history and realizes he's not just a terrorist. He's trained, unpredictable, and extremely dangerous. On the ship, William prepares to meet a submarine. Some of his men report missing teammates. Krill brushes it off, blaming the cook, but William doesn't believe it's just luck. Casey hides Jordan in a locker and warns her to stay absolutely silent. William and Krill enter the galley and inspect the dead mercenaries. William realizes a professional killed them, and at that moment, the microwave Casey rigged explodes, sending debris across the room.
What was that? That was a bomb, jackass. He used the microwave as a detonator. Come here.
William immediately understands Casey is trained and demands his personnel file. Krill finds Casey's real records locked away in the captain's private cabinet. They reveal that Casey was a Navy SEAL and a top-tier operator with expertise in explosives, weapons, and close combat. Meanwhile, Casey gathers equipment and launches a lifeboat, installing a small antenna to contact Admiral Bates. He reports Krill's betrayal and explains that the hijackers are creating a system to move Tomahawk missiles off the ship. Casey is told to assist an incoming SEAL team and hold his position. Jordan spots his military skills and begins to trust him. They move deeper into the ship as Casey takes down more guards. He then builds an improvised explosive device using fuel and a grenade. When mercenaries attack, Casey cuts a cable, jumps overboard, and the helicopter on deck explodes behind him. Jordan is discovered by hijackers, but denies knowing anything. Casey returns at the same moment, kills the attackers, and escapes with her. Together, they fight through the halls, triggering traps that eliminate more mercenaries. William grows angrier and demands that Krill stop underestimating Casey. Krill proposes using the forecaster sprinkler system to drown the crew Casey freed earlier. While moving through the ship, Casey and Jordan hear tapping from a sealed compartment. Casey breaks the door open and rescues the trapped sailors. He arms them and explains the plan. Hijacker system, Pitt notices a power surge. Weapons will be offline soon, giving Casey's team a window. Krill broadcasts footage of flooding to intimidate the crew.
I would like for you to look at the ship's monitors where you are at this point in time.
But Casey pushes through and shuts off the sprinkler system. Casey then leads a rapid assault across the ship, eliminating guards. Jordan tries to stay behind, but he won't leave her. They reach the deck while SEAL helicopters approach, only to be shot down by RPG fire from the submarine. Admiral Bates then authorizes a full airstrike if things get worse. Below deck, William's frustration builds. He sees several dead mercenaries and mutters that hiring the cook would have saved them trouble. Men begin moving Tomahawk missiles toward the submarine. Jordan helps Casey build another bomb using spare ammunition. Casey swims toward the submarine under heavy gunfire. An anchor strikes him, but he pushes through, plants the bomb, and detonates it. The sub is damaged and begins sinking. When a mercenary finds Casey, Jordan shoots the attacker and saves him. William learns the submarine is crippled. Krill promises to repair it, but William has bigger plans, using the remaining missiles to strike Hawaii. Pitt gets the weapon systems back online, giving the hijackers renewed hope. Casey gathers the freed sailors and studies the ship's massive guns. He realizes they still work. Casey's team loads the big guns and fires a pair of warning flares. They adjust the aim and launch a real shot, narrowly missing. The hijackers panic and attempt an emergency dive with the sub, but the Missouri's next round hits it directly, destroying the escape option. William snaps, ranting about old cartoons and how the system deserves to be rebuilt his way.
Do you remember those two little shrimp coming in, riding in on those two little seahorses with little hats, little chaps, little pistols?
He ordered 2 nuclear Tomahawk missiles launched toward Hawaii. Command confirms they have barely over 20 minutes before impact. Casey sends Jordan for the communication device while he fights through more mercenaries and reaches the plotting room. He finds William waiting. William taunts him, revealing he sabotaged the missile controls so they can't be stopped. He claims the key is useless, bragging about his plan. Casey attacks and they slam into each other in a knife fight. It's brutal, fast, and deadly. Casey eventually forces William back. William slips, and Casey takes the key. Outside, an F-18 manages to destroy the first missile. Casey calls Admiral Bates, who gives him the deactivation code. Casey enters it, and the second missile self-destructs with seconds to spare. As the ship nears friendly territory, bombers appear, preparing to destroy the Missouri. Casey quickly warns the Admiral, who cancels the airstrikes. The surviving crew is free. Paramedics arrive. Casey brushes off his injuries, joking about the needle. Crew cheers him on. Jordan hurries over, relieved he's alive. Casey pulls her close and kisses her in front of everyone. In the end, the ship arrives in San Francisco. Surviving sailors stand together in formation and honor the men who died, saving the Missouri. Our journey through this classic has come to an end, but the nostalgia never stops. Hit subscribe for more retro movie adventures and drop a comment letting me know which movie we should revisit next.